In a world full of mundane podcasts, one show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again. Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2 B Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those blunts.
Party foul. Please hold. We're good, we're good, we're good. Wow. There you go, Scott. What?
I said you were spilling the tea.
I know. I gotta make sure you're here, how about now?
All right, Peasy, yeah, you're here.
Is that better?
I think we're trying to get my mic to work while Peasy was spilling the tea.
I spilled the tea. I spilled the goddamn tea.
Oh,
It's okay. No big deal. We're good.
we're live, pal.
That's right. Exactly. That's what happens when you're live. As long as everything's still good and we sound good, it's all that matters. Scott.
Did I get enough paper towels? That was like half the roll.
Was it? That's it? Just half?
Well, I didn't want to I didn't want to take it all. I didn't want to be wasteful.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Oh, man. Sorry about all that. Let's get everyone back where we were now. Damn. That was crazy, man. All right. Like I was saying.
All right, we're back.
The Scott back in studio this week.
Back.
Episode 77, Microdosin with Cudbudd, brought to you by Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America and MySmokeGear.com. Tonight, comedian and the star of Netflix's Cooking on High, Ngayo, joins us again later to hang out, smoke out, and take calls from you guys. TikTok's resident RSO, that's Rick Simpson oil expert Cudbudd, joins us to talk microdosing with RSO and take callers to answer all of your questions. And oh man, we have the pop quiz game show back.
Woo! I hope your keyboard's still working over there.
My keyboard's working. I'm testing everything. It's good. We got the pop quiz game show, which is one of my favorites. First caller to call in, and tell me how, Scott. answer 3 out of 5
There you go.
questions.
3 out of 5.
Pop quiz questions.
Wins a, what is it this week?
We got a prize pack from King Palm. Smoker supply box going down tonight. Rolling trays, blunts, and whatnot. So be on the lookout for that.
We're always giving away something here on To Be Blunt.
We really are always giving away something.
And it ain't the same game. It's like it's a revolving thing. So it's pop quiz today, huh?
Pop quiz today. And then, of course, later on, thank you to My Smoke Gear, they're going to provide us with a silicone pipe to give away.
Ooh.
That's right. A silicone pipe, bro. We're going to be giving what we call Words with Weed. I'm sure you're familiar with the game Words with Weed, Scott.
Oh, of course.
One of our favorites. So, yeah, we got a big show lined up, man. I got my L rolled somewhere. We got a little boo-boo here.
A little snafu.
A little snafu. Is that what you just called it?
Yeah, I think that's like a thing.
You think that's a thing, the snafu?
Yeah, a snafu. Like when something like unexpected kind of happens and...
Dude, I've never even heard this word in my life.
Maybe it'll be a word with weed later, and then we can have somebody spell it.
Snafu?
Yeah.
What would you call it? Snufu?
Snafu.
Snafu.
If you were to ask me right now if I had to smell it after taking a hit, I guess I would say SNAFU. But I have no idea if that's right. Let's see if I would have won. I got to look that up.
Well, look, shout out to everybody tuned in on TikTok right now. Hazel Days Living Wild and Free, Baked Potato, Mother Token, Tara, Alicia, Court. I mean, that's just lined up right now. We're fired up. Of course, you guys, we always recommend tuning in for the podcast on YouTube. So if you join us on YouTube, link in my bio, it's To Be Blunt Podcast with the number 2. I got my new Peasy shirt on today.
Oh, shit.
The new Peasy shirt on? Yeah, snafu, exactly. She said, what, snafu? What the fuck is snafu, bro?
And that is how you spell it. I spelled it 100% correctly. It's a noun, a confused or chaotic state, a mess, which is what Peasy just made.
Yeah, I really did. Shout out Notoriety Sports Network. Man, we've just, it's been nuts, man. It's been this whole first few minutes, I'm all discombobulated now. You know what I mean? You know when that happens.
What?
I'm like, you're just discombobulated.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's a good word to try to spell.
Sir Nick just said I'm the modern day DJ Khaled, bro. DJ Khaled. Scott, you got a fancy looking beer over there.
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about that? Because I'm kind of intrigued on what you got.
That beer of the week?
What is that beer of the week you have?
All right. So this week it's a smoothie style sour. Okay. And it's called True Colors. They have like a series. This is called a Bruiser. And it's from Transcend Brewing, which is here in Connecticut. It's in Southington, Connecticut. All right. It's got blackberry, blackcurrant, and blueberry. And it's the perfect blend of tartness and sweetness. And if you look at it, I mean, it's like a frothy red wine. This thing is juicy as all hell.
It does look like a red wine.
And I don't know, Peasy, I gave you a little like sampler over there. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but dude, like
I'll give it a sip with you.
Right now, I'm telling you, I give this shit a 4.5. Almost a 4.75, but I'm gonna lean towards the 4.5.
Wow.
For an untapped rating.
That's
fucking juicy.
Delicious, man.
Right?
Wow. Wow. Shout out everybody watching on YouTube. That's the beer of the week. Jay Bongery, Chroma, what up? Kurt Pitcher. Man, bro, Scott. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, man. That's for you. Maybe jump ahead. Where's the strain of the week?
Oh, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, bro. We're gonna get into that.
We're reshuffling. Okay.
We're waiting for Ngayo to show up, bro.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for Ngayo. I want to light it when he gets here. You know what I mean? The dude's a legend. Legend.
Of course he is.
A legend. Make sure, like I said, if you guys are watching on TikTok, if you want to see the full show and get a view of the Scott, check us out on YouTube at 2B Blunt Podcast with the number 2. That's 2B Blunt Podcast. Scott, the camera's not here. I don't even know why I'm talking to this because
Camera's
there's no
over there.
camera's over here. I don't even know why I'm talking to this one. Exactly. What a fucking mess. I haven't even lit the blunt yet. Damn, bro. Scott, I haven't seen you in a little bit. You know what I missed last week, though, bro? I didn't get anything with weather and traffic for last week, so you got to fill us in. Weather and traffic for the week before we get into it. Scott,
all right.
What do we got coming?
This is Scott with your 2B Blunt weather and traffic report, okay? Weather here in central Connecticut, we're currently at 36 degrees. 36, which is the same number of interceptions Drew Brees threw last weekend if you were watching any of the NFC playoff games. But anyway, traffic in New York City, it's known to be very hectic But it has recently disappeared. Just like Donald Trump's Twitter account.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, traffic in Central Connecticut, though, is currently more rough than a field goal kicker trying to score in an NFL playoff game right now. Okay.
Really?
All those doinks. Did you see it?
I didn't. Doink the clown?
Yeah, doink. They were doinking the left and right on those field goal posts. Anyway, traveling this weekend, please make sure to wear a mask, okay, whenever you're out of the car. Don't be a Bruce Willis, okay, and go to the pharmacy without one, okay? Unless if you're planning to go the whole 9 yards in Die Hard.
This is true.
Right?
This is true.
It's the end of January, and I must say, we've been sitting around like Bernie Sanders waiting for an actual winter. Like, we didn't get a winter here. All right?
Sitting around like Bernie Sanders.
I'm bumbled up like Bernie Sanders waiting for winter. And, like, we got, like, what? We got 2 snow things, and, like, what? They were melted. Snow was gone off the ground the next day.
Oh, that was it. They're gone.
So, yeah. Connecticut, here, we're waiting for an actual winter, like Joe Exotic is waiting for an actual pardon.
Oh, that's not happening, so.
All right. Winter's been removed, like Joe Biden has removed the Diet Coke button from the Oval Office.
Oh, no.
Which, speaking of which, Peasy, could you imagine if, like, you had a weed button and I had, like, a beer button?
Where do we make this happen?
It's got to be a thing, right? Like, we got to make that happen somehow, some way. Anyway, this has been The Scott, and this has been your traffic and weather for the week. Stay tuned to more To Be Blunt.
The laughs are non-stop. It's To Be Blunt with Peasy.
That's right, baby. You know who just jumped in, Scott? My man.
Oh,
Hey!
What's up, brother? Feeling pretty good, man. Waiting like Joe Biden, apparently.
Thank God we don't any longer for that.
All those Joe Biden memes where he's sitting on the Game of Thrones chair or on the deck of the Enterprise or with the cast of Hamilton, all those things have been bringing me great joy today.
Bernie Sanders, I think, it's just become back to relevancy after that. Every meme that you're right that I've seen of him, with his mittens.
If I had enough time, I was going to make a meme of him waiting for this podcast to drop tonight.
Dude.
Right? Sitting backstage. You were backstage.
Right? See, Scott, you could have jumped on that a little quicker, man. We would have been good to go.
Yeah, come on, Scott.
I know, I'm sorry. If he was here, he probably would have paper towels ready to go.
Hey, guy, what are you smoking on, bro?
Weed. I think it's weed. A friend of mine grew some Blue Dream.
Ooh.
So I was trying that out. So it's really good.
Oh, what's that you got there?
Oh, my man.
It's my To Be Blunt with Peasy.
That's so sick. You got the To Be Blunt shirt.
That's fucking dope.
Right?
Oh, man, dude.
I'm going to get a shirt made that says, let's hash it out.
Ooh, let's hash it. Dude, you're onto something with that. That could be a whole thing right there. Let's hash it out.
Let's hash it out. We'll do all of them.
I like that, man. I like that.
Chiefs of Staff meeting.
Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Oh, wow. This guy's
It's classic. I used to do a whole thing after my show. I'd be like, okay, yeah, after the show, meet me in the parking lot for the Joint Chiefs of Staff meeting. We have a lot of things to hash out. I will be blunt with you. You will be blunt with me. This is no time for pipe dreams.
Yo, this guy. Oh my God, yo!
Did you get a hit?
I think I got stuck in my throat.
If I had $1.
Wow, for every time, right?
For every time someone said that to me.
Man, what a huge week. We're coming off of the change of the presidency.
Bruh, it is the 21st of January, and this month has been like a whole year already.
right.
We've had it all. We've had insurrection. We've had impeachment. We had inauguration. All the eyes. All the eyes. I don't know what's next. Inequity. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Investment.
I hope it's not
infrastructure. Those are the things. Those are the eyes we need next.
And if you ask me, it's almost like Americans in 2021 are starting to lose it, bro.
You think so?
I'll lose it. Like I thought 2020 was bad with COVID.
Yeah.
But now 2021 is starting, and it's just been insane.
We'll
Am I
see,
right?
we'll see what we can do to get people on the right track and in a healthier and happier frame of mind. You know, it's going to be. There's some challenges facing this country. Let's just put it that way. But I think that we can handle it as a group.
There's a lot of challenges that are facing this country right now. That much I can tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, Scott. TikTok.
Don't tell me you got banned again.
For 10 minutes. We're okay though.
10 minutes?
Well, how you get banned on TikTok? What did you do?
So here's like the whole thing, right?
You
so
smoked on camera, didn't you?
no, I didn't. What's the problem is that lately, every time I start talking about politics,
Yeah.
it kicks me off for controversial content.
Really?
TikTok is weird. I've never really TikTok. They just want you to dance and make food, I suppose, and cakes out of potatoes. And do the bust it challenge.
And do the bust it. If I did the bust it challenge right now, you could guarantee this shit would have hella views right now.
Actually, we might have to do the butt.
You might have to do the bust it challenge now. I mean, I'm not saying I'd pay good money, but I'd watch
the butt it challenge or something. But listen, I'm saying Americans
the double Dutch bust it challenge.
the double Dutch master. I like that. I think that's what we're gonna do, Scott. We're gonna do that. And guy, you're full of good ideas, bro. You're full
That's
of good
me. That's me.
You know who's not full of good ideas though? Like I was saying before, Americans, because people are doing crazy shit, and I come across a bunch of things that have made me go, "What the fuck?" lately. Like, what the fuck? So I gotta tell you, right? So
does the music play in your head when it happens?
Yes,
like you see something happen, all of a sudden you hear, wow, what the fuck?
Yes, exactly. It's some kind of music bed plays in my head, and I start doing the headline like I'm on the fucking news right now. Every single time I see something like that. For example, you want to talk about stone stuff or fucked up things people are doing? I read a headline about this thief who got in an altercation with the police and made a run for it. And he tried to hide in a stranger's apartment. Right? So here's the story. The guy's getting chased by the police. He gets away a little bit, finds a complex, and opens the door, starts checking the doors, and finds an open one.
Okay.
Now there's nobody home. Walks right in. What does he do to try to fool the police? He goes in the guy's bathroom, shaves his face, and starts cooking tortillas on the oven until the cops come knocking on the door. Can you imagine the lengths you gotta go to? Like you did a full shave.
Okay.
And start making food to pretend like you live there.
I feel like he bought himself enough time, but that's what he did.
Yeah.
I feel like, why would you even turn on the lights or any of that sort of thing? Why don't you look for a back door or a fire escape, or at least change your clothes? Shaving, okay, I feel you. That's kind of smart. But shouldn't you change your clothes too?
Exactly. Like that's the thing. Like if you're gonna do it, you can't just half-ass it. You
No,
know,
you have to go whole ass.
You got exactly. You gotta go whole ass, Scott. You gotta go whole ass. And this guy did it. And as soon as it came to the door, they knew it was him. No questions asked. Like he opened the door and immediately just pull him in, arrested, done. And I was just like, this is America right now. This is fucking America. And this is what we're dealing with. People are losing their shit. And it gets better from there, Scott. It gets better. And guy, let me tell you something. You probably have done a lot of shows. You probably traveled the road a bit. You're probably familiar with rental cars, correct?
Oh, yeah.
I used a bunch of them.
All right. All the time. They're great because when they break down, you could just be like, hey, your car's fucked up. You better come get it and bring me another one. As opposed to like, man, fuck, I know I'm stuck in Montana. I need somebody to tow me to this thing. It's going to be $4,000 and I'm making $1,000 on this whole week. So, yeah, I prefer a rental car.
Always with the rental. But listen, here's the thing now. Rental cars, how many times, you walk in there? Like for me, I know I've smoked in every rental car I've ever, been in.
Yeah. I plead the fifth. I don't need budget or Hertz knowing anything about my personal habits.
Right. Enterprise earmuffs, please.
Enterprise earmuffs, they're like an extra $5 a day.
They tack it on. And they're probably insurance to go with those earmuffs too in case you lose them.
That's how they get you.
So this couple in Albany rented a car and left their drugs in the car when they brought it back.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So what did they do?
How do you forget the drugs?
I know, exactly. Like if I'm checking my pockets when I walk out of the car, the first thing I'm going is, do I have my weed? And then my wallet and then my phone. It's like in that order pretty much.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Weed first.
Weed first every time. You got to make sure you got the weed. Well, apparently
Not
they
phone first. Because if you have your phone, you could probably call and get more weed. But, priorities, man.
Yeah. Well, I guess, you know what? Didn't think about that.
Yeah. I'm here to help.
So they leave the weed in the car. So what they try to go back and retrieve the drugs from the dealership. Literally walked in there and was like, hi, we left our stuff in the car. Could we please go get it?
Yeah.
And of course, what happens not 5 seconds later, they had already started cleaning the car.
Yeah.
So they already found the drugs.
Yeah.
So the people they asked, they were probably like, "Oh man, there's nothing here for you here."
You got to consider that a big tip. If you left those guys a huge tip, they'll treat you real nice when you come back.
Yeah. Only they ended up getting arrested.
Oh, wrong state.
So not only did they take their weed, they fucking called the cops on them.
Oh,
Can you
that's
believe
a double
it?
whammy.
A double whammy.
That's snitching. Why even snitch on those dudes? Just keep the weed. Like, I don't know. I found weed in a staircase once, and I kept half of it and put the other half back because
See,
I figured they'd come back and look for it.
That's a good. See, I wouldn't think that my ass would just be like, oh shit, a bag of weed pocket.
Yeah,
I know I'm an asshole though.
they're gonna come back and look for it. So if half your weed is still there, you still have faith in the universe.
that's a good point.
Oh, definitely. And Guile, are you are you familiar with psychedelic mushrooms?
I've heard about them. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. Have you ever heard of people trying to inject them?
Yeah, I read about that the other day, and I feel like people should be smarter in their choice of how to administer drugs.
I agree. Scott, you wouldn't believe you're familiar with I mean, you probably never
Why
done
would you inject mushrooms? Didn't
Exactly.
fungus grow in his veins or some shit?
Isn't the process of your body breaking it down in your stomach part of what gets you fucked up?
Yes, that's why you do it as a tea or as a or you ingest them. You can't even really smoke magic mushrooms. And
Exactly.
You're not supposed to snort them or inject them. No, but didn't that guy grow? Didn't the mushrooms grow in his lungs or in his veins or some shit like that too? Is that what happened?
He must have thought,
Injected a tea he made of magic mushrooms into his body, and then those mushrooms started growing in his bloodstream.
Yeah.
and you're telling me he did not get all the Super Mario superpowers.
I don't listen. It didn't tell me if he got
Like
the superpowers.
I feel like if I thought I would have done that, I feel like I should have the rat or the raccoon tail, and I should be able to fly after that.
And shoot fireballs.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like have an invisibility cloak or something. Like, excuse me, like that's some Marvel shit. That is exactly Scott. What would you call that superhero?
Oh,
That's a question.
The psilocybe.
The psilocybe. Dude. The psilocybe. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I for one would never inject mushrooms, but the fact that this guy had them growing in his bloodstream, I really hope there's like a part 2 that tells us what they did for that, because I've never heard anything like that in my life. And I'm telling you, Scott, you think I'm kidding, bro?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he just ran out of ideas. He's like, let's try something new. Let's spice things up a little bit.
Dude, I don't know, man. Those headlines alone made me feel like America's doomed. You know? So I'm hoping for positive things now. But
I will tell you, I think the presidency now it's going to be pretty boring, but that's a good thing. I mean, we don't got this guy on social media anymore talking fucking dumb shit out of his ass. So I'm ready for a kind of a boring presidency, maybe.
I don't think it's going to be boring, but I think it'll be in better hands.
There we go.
Yeah, boring is definitely going to be kind of an understatement, especially with Joe Biden. I mean, first off, nothing against Joe, but let's be honest. As long as Obama was in office, we were graced with the most amazing of memes with Joe Biden. Like the most.
I'm going to do the scarf. Don't do the scarf. I'm going to do the scarf.
Like exactly. There was so much good shit with that.
I like how you rate a presidency on the quality of the memes generated.
That's a very important quality.
That's a relatively recent stat. You're not really going back to this George Washington meme where they accused him of lying through his wooden teeth.
The memes the man had were amazing, and now we're going to get at least 4 years of more of Biden memes. And I honestly couldn't be happier about this.
I kind of still hope we get Bernie memes though in there.
I'm sure we'll get some Bernie memes, some Biden memes.
Is Bernie on Biden's team?
Yes.
Was he?
He is.
Bernie caucuses with the Democrats, and I believe he's in charge of finance or budget this year in the Senate.
Oh wow.
Wow. See?
Oh.
You're gonna get plenty Bernie, Scott.
There we go.
Hella Bernie memes. Hella
dank Bernie memes.
Right, exactly. Speaking of danko, I keep putting my L down and like trying to hit it off camera like we're still on TikTok, but we're totally not.
That 10 minutes though might just about be up.
So every time you get banned on TikTok for 10 minutes, that's the time you have to smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Even though I've been definitely smoking the whole time. I keep trying to lean off to the side so I'm not on camera, you know? But it doesn't always work because I'm too focused on what's going on here. So I'm like, maybe a little more this way, maybe a little more that way.
10 minutes is good though, man, because you were like heartbroken when you thought you were banned for 6 months.
Dude. Oh my God.
What did you do to get banned for 6 months? Did you inject mushrooms into your veins?
That would have been great. At least it would have been a good story. No, I was doing the live like this, and there was another controversial content. I don't remember what I was talking about. And they banned me. Now the date said it was 7/1/2021.
Yeah, so we thought we had till July.
So we thought for sure.
And that was actually on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, New Year's Eve.
Or our New Year's Eve show into New Year's Day, whatever.
Yeah.
But
so we did that. We thought we were banned for 6 months, and then a couple days later, I go to make a TikTok and I see the option to go live there. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck? How is that possible? And then I realized because they're a foreign entity.
Yeah.
Right. Probably day, month, year, so not
it was
month,
January 7th.
So it was literally the next fucking day. And I was all fucked up.
Right.
I was real.
That makes more sense.
I really was. I was super depressed. I'm gonna see if I can go live again. Oh, it's letting me in. There is. We're gonna go live again.
Put the joint down. Don't say anything controversial.
Well, we're gonna get controversy. We're gonna bring in a special guest we have, and she is quite the educated woman when it comes to RSO, Rick Simpson oil. And I thought it'd be great to pull her in while you were still here in Guile for a little bit before we start taking calls and whatnot. Let's bring her in. Cudbudd, is that what you want to go by?
Yeah, or Emily. You can call me Emily.
We're going to call you Emily because I feel like it's way more professional. I want to call you by your screen name. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, my screen name is Cudbudd.
So, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You have been preaching your education on RSO throughout TikTok the past few weeks that I've caught. I'm sure probably longer than that. And you've been providing quite the service for people who are definitely probably uneducated when it comes to what exactly it is, what its effects are, and how to use it. I mean, all different things about it, benefits and whatnot. And I thought the best thing we could do is try to bring them in and have a conversation about RSL. Maybe let the listeners call in. Of course, you guys, phone lines are open, 860-384-7110. That's 860-384-7110. If you want to call in and you want to, talk to Cudbudd or Emily. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing that now because I'm so used to calling you that. Or Ngaio while he's here. I mean, feel free to call in. But Ngaio, of course, introduction. This is Emily from TikTok, RSL expert. Emily, Ngaio, infamous cannabis advocate, a comedian, and the star of Netflix's Cooking on High, of course.
Man, that's a long list.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do like it.
I give you a real good intro.
I'm a fan of my work.
Me too.
You didn't make me any bit more nervous that you were here today. It didn't make me a little bit.
Why would you be nervous? None of us are wearing pants.
I'm just kidding, but it's
You gave
super
away
cool
our
to be
secret, man.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, I did some videos on RSO after I got a question about, I get a lot of questions about edibles on my page, and I like to give as much education as possible. Somebody asked a question about why don't edibles work for my mother, and after I did a video on it, it turned out that her mother was missing a portion of her liver. And my answer was that maybe her mother was lacking the enzyme needed to digest edibles that turns the 11-hydroxy into THC. And after talking with her, it turned out that her mother had donated a portion of her liver. So it made perfect sense, which got me to talking about other ways to get the medicine in you by avoiding the digestive system. So tinctures and then RSOs. When she asked me what RSO was, I get goosebumps still because I had no idea how many people didn't know what it does. My personal testimonies that I've seen in real life from giving it to patients and from having them still alive with me 10 years later, it's been out since 2003. The man is a legend. He shared this formula so that it could be known to all, so that everybody can learn how to get the benefit from this, because what he wasn't allowed to do was say that it cures cancer. He's not allowed to say that because you can't patent a plant. You can't say, okay, we are guaranteeing, he used White Widow in the beginning.
Hey, Cudbudd.
Yes.
Emily, not to cut you off, but it's getting a little hard to hear you. You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, my headphones.
Yeah, maybe try without the headphones.
Is that better?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were having
There's
a
a battery issue.
No problem. No problem.
So yeah, it kind of just exploded from there, where I started talking about the testimonies and people were commenting on the video. I looked at the video today. It has 420,000 views on it. And so many people commenting about how loved ones are still in their lives today because of RSO. And it blows my mind how many people didn't know about this, but you can easily go on YouTube, look up Run from the Cure and watch Rick Simpson's story. It's an amazing story. And today, it's come so far, now there's full spectrum extracts. And, it's called FICO. And they are taking the extracts and they're incorporating the terps in it, because as we're learning today, terps are super beneficial. But what I don't want to be confused is that if you go to the dispensary and buy this FICO extract oil, that it's the same thing as Rick Simpson's formula. It's two different things. And so people are asking me, one of the main questions is, where can I get it? And that's a really difficult question for me to answer, because I'm not here to do anything besides educate you on resources on how to learn about it. That is, in my opinion, that's between you and a really good cultivator and manufacturer of it. And you just have to really kind of put it out there that you're looking for it. And it's one of those crazy magical things that I feel like it finds you, because there's people out there that do know about it in this field that can point you to the right people. Like, I have people that I know, but I cannot pour hundreds of thousands of people on that one person. So unfortunately, you don't want to be online trying to advocate the sale of the cannabis products. You just want to be able to teach them what kind of plants to harvest. Like, for instance, when you make RSO, you want to use either pure grain alcohol or a ethyl alcohol is one of the best ones to use. And there's a few others, and I don't want to butcher the names, but it's, you can use 99% rubbing alcohol as well for RSO, but you want to use a plant that is almost 100% indica. If it's not, and it's a hybrid, less than 10% sativa in
Now,
it, because
what's the benefit of using an indica?
the value, the way it was taught to me is that, people say, well, am I going to feel high from that? And Rick Simpson's answer was yes, but you need your body to be in rest while it's healing. And so the thing that they're finding is the CBN and the THC, and this is a study that goes back to 1974, but Rick Simpson applied it to his formula. They found that it was possible that it could shrink cancer cells. And what it's also doing is it has a lot to do with inflammation. So why does it work for so many other things like MS, like asthma, like so every chronic illness that's out there usually has something to do with inflammation. And that's why RSO is helping. And if you can help, possibly, I'm not telling anybody don't go to a doctor when you find out you have cancer. What I'm saying is if I ever find out I have cancer, the first thing I'm going to do is take RSO 3 times a day, every single day for 90 days and see if that helps my cancer, as well as with the doctors, letting them know what I'm doing and communicating in all forms, because I'm not telling anybody to just give up and go grab some RSO and then blame it on RSO that their loved ones are gone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's a lot of informed education out there, millions of testimonies of people that are still alive today only because of RSO in their opinions. And I think that's something that is very interesting to take a look at. And if we can't patent it, we should at least be informed about this, and it's free, it's available.
I agree. And Guy, have you ever tried RSO before?
No. Fortunately, I've been relatively healthy, but I do know people that it works for a lot. And that's the thing about RSO too, though. It is a concentrated dose of THC and CBN and all those terpenes that you're going to get. So you have to kind of prepare yourself for it. That is my understanding. Like, start a little slow and ramp up, because you don't want to overwhelm, not really your system. You can't really die from THC, but overwhelm your brain in terms of freaking out, because a lot of THC may give you anxiety if you're not used to it and not careful with it. So, but it works really well for a lot of people, and that's one of the challenges because cannabis is such it's a great anti-inflammatory. The thing is, we talk about the terpenes, and everybody reacts differently to different terpenes. And even, for some people, a pinene will make them kind of tired. Other people, pinenes make them want to clean the house or whatnot. And I really look forward to the day, I hope I'm still around, when people can tailor their own cannabis strain to their genetic makeup or to their actual needs. So if you need pinene and beta-carotene and humulene, you can grow your own strain that's got the right ratios that you really, really like. I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, that would be awesome if you could actually do that. But unfortunately, there's just too many restrictions everywhere to be doing that. And even for me,
yeah, because restrictions stop cannabis users all the time. I don't even know how cannabis still stuck around since it's been prohibited. There's no such thing as an outlaw cannabis user. I've never even. What the devil you say, sir?
But I look, for me, it's very hard to find RSO. Like, I've only maybe seen it a handful of times in my time that I've been going to my dispensary.
It's time extensive and it's super expensive. So really, you gotta, like she said, you gotta meet a cultivator. Some states have really good medical cannabis laws in place where you can actually get to know a grower and work with them specifically on your case and your issues, which is a really nice way to do it. But yeah, it's not a super widespread. It's not, Blue Dream or Girl Scout cookies where it's just everywhere. you gotta hunt for it. It's like a chunky bar or beer nuts. It's around, but you gotta find it.
That's a good point. And Guy, I know you said you had to take off, man.
I do, man.
I do appreciate you coming on the show this week, hanging out with us and bullshit, man. You are fucking awesome. Guys, check out Ngaio on all social media, Ngaio420.
Thanks, man. I'll see you in another couple of weeks.
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Later, man.
All right, bye.
Damn, Scott. So we're overlapping. Cudbudd back. Cudbudd. And Ngaio had to leave. I'm sorry.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. That was great.
Let's get back to convo. We're talking about RSO. Now, I know, like, someone, for example, the Scott, who I have sitting next to me, has never actually heard of RSO.
Correct.
So
not till today.
Right. So, Scott, Rick Simpson oil, which is what RSO stands for.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been, claiming this substance to be used to cure cancer and all kinds of stuff. Like they said, very concentrated dose, and it's very hard to get around here. But it's almost being dubbed as a miracle medicine for some people. Am I right, Cudbudd?
Yeah, absolutely. And I get a lot of comments on that video like, yes, the SO stands for snake oil. The reason that it can't be legal is because it's, there's people out there that are going to change the profile of it and still call it that. And what's sad is that there are many patients out there that fall for that, and they believe that, because they're buying it legally or from a known source, that it is what they say it is, and it's not always. That's why I loved his point on getting to your state laws. Some of them do require you to get a prescription for this RSO, which means you do build a relationship with a grower, and you do get walked through the process, and you know that what you're getting is 100%, and that's a great way to go about that. So I love that you mentioned that, because it's hard.
I see like someone like me on the East Coast, like it's literally impossible to get.
Well, it's not. So here's the thing, is because Rick Simpson came out with that formula, we have FICO today, right? So it's not a terrible thing. Like, for people that are going to the dispensary and buying that oil and saying it's doing a great job for them, absolutely. I go and buy it myself. Why do I not have a tube of RSO sitting here? Because the manufacturers that I know want to know who's got cancer or who's terminal or who really needs it. It's not something that you really just hand out to the public so that they can get high on it. And
Right.
So, yeah, you're right about that. It's not something that really even the clubs, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it the club, the dispensaries everywhere are not even hip to it. The dispensary that I went into when I first did that video, I said, do you have RSO? She says, no. I said, do you know what that is? She says, no. I said, full spectrum oil. She says, oh. She shows me cartridges. So I say, no. And she shows me the diamonds. I go over, I say, I just want to look at your diamonds then. And I see a little vial like RSO. It's full spectrum extracts, it was called. And so I got that, and it works great. It's amazing that they've come out with things that are now that high percentage of THC, but I don't want it to be confused for this actual Rick Simpson oil that, he had the cancerous growths on his skin, and he put a spot with a Band-Aid over it, and 4 days later the cancerous growths were gone.
What?
Yes. There's testimonies that blow your mind, and a lot of people find it very hard to believe until they actually see it, and they can't believe that 10 years later they still have their loved one, like a grapefruit-sized tumor in your prostate. So you use suppositories for 6 months that are made out of RSO, and you're still alive 4 years later. And the doctors couldn't explain it because you did radiation but no chemo. And they were ready to do chemo on him, and it shrunk down. So he's still alive today, and that's a very good friend of mine. And, he started this whole company of his own, and then couldn't sell it for, he didn't see it for what happened to Rick Simpson. He was not allowed to go that route. So my actual friend tried to go a very similar route to Rick Simpson, finding the formula, starting a company, managing it as, this is going to help cancer, watch. And he was helping so many people with it. And then they said, absolutely not. And he said, never mind, I don't want it anymore. And he sold the company.
Wow.
He still writes about it.
That's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
Scott, as a non-smoker, like what do you think about this?
Like, that's just wild to me. Like, I've never heard of this before, but like if it's proven, right? Like,
There's definitely a lot of testimonies from people who have used it.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
Now you've been microdosing with it recently, correct?
Well, no, actually, it's funny. So what they say with microdosing on the RSO is like, it's so strong. There's no way to really microdose RSO because you're only taking a grain size amount 3 times a day when you're very, very sick. But what I've been microdosing is the mushrooms, small amounts, capsules every day. And it has helped tremendously. Tremendously.
I started doing that late last year. My cousin told me all about this, and he lives out in Oregon. And he was like, "Dude," he's like, "You don't understand." He's like, "Because I have super bad anxiety. Like I was at the point where I was going to the doctor. I've had like EKGs done. I always thought like I was having a heart attack. They did the monitor on me for 24 hours and all that shit. And it ended up being nothing. Like I was perfectly healthy. It just It's just like my anxiety is outrageous, and I'm kind of a hypochondriac, not gonna lie.
Right.
So my cousin was like, listen, is like, here, he's like, try this. And they sent me a bunch of like, they're like 0.5 milligram capsules.
Exactly.
Ready for me. And I would take one of those. He told me to do 4 days on, 3 days off. That's what he recommended. And I started doing that. And I haven't taken an anxiety pill since I started that.
I love it. No, I mean, I got off all forms of medication a few years back. And this year was the first year that ever hit me where I thought, oh my God, I wish I could call a doctor and just get a pill to make this go away. But the old me that hated having to take all those pills said, absolutely not. I'm not going back to that. And so I just remembered a TikTok that I saw about microdosing, and I made a TikTok about it. And within 24 hours, I had my answer. And I'm telling you, within 2 hours of taking my first dose, I no longer was being hard on myself. I was so much more into doing things. Like if I had something I didn't want to do, I looked at the positive in it and did it anyways and broke it down. It was amazing how I was able to change my thought process so simply, and no pills ever done that for me before. So it felt amazing, and I'm still doing the 4 days on, 3 days off.
You are. See,
yeah.
You're not the only one. A lot of people actually in the chat are saying that they also microdose shrooms. Listen, guys, if you got questions for Cudbudd, or if you just want to call in and say hi, even listen, 860-384-7110. Then actually the phone number scrolling on the bottom of the screen if you're watching on TikTok or anything. Definitely call in. Let us know. We're waiting. She's here to educate you guys. So any questions, concerns about using RSO, microdosing, anything like that, this is the time to call in now. And
I think like when it comes to the RSO process that I get asked a lot about, if people, the reason that it's a little bit risky to do it at home is because the end of the process is you're heating it to get the alcohol to burn off. And that's the dangerous part that people don't like to do, and that's why they like to find somebody to do it. But if that information is still being sought after, I would still recommend to go watch that documentary. And his website has a full instruction on it. Phoenix Tears is the name of it. PhoenixTears.ca is that website.
All right.
And that's amazing information. And you used to be able to reach out to him directly through that website, but in the last 4 years, he's had a stroke. His wife takes care of him, and he has a caregiver, and his wife is the one that does all the educating.
Oh,
so
no.
They no longer, she travels and educates, but they no longer are able to work one-on-one with patients. And so another reason why they try and get that information out to as many sources as possible to learn it. And there's a lot of information on it. So I just recommend doing your research. There's so much that's to be learned.
I'll say I'm learning so much about it myself. Like I said, we can't get it around here. And I remember a few weeks ago, I seen it for like one of the first times in a long time at the dispensary. I didn't act quick enough, and it literally sold out in like minutes. As soon as they put it up, it was gone. I've never seen it like that either.
The one that I bought, it was the last one that was there, and the girl didn't even know what it was. The manager had to come over and explain it to her.
Oh, so yeah, so that's what I mean. The education is lacking. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's not easily accessible. So a lot of people don't even know about it.
Correct.
So now you're out here giving everybody a peek into something that they don't have any clue about. Well, not all of them, but some of them, like Scott, for example, has never heard of this before. And like that's why I felt like bringing you on and conversating about this and letting people know what's out there, what's available for you. I mean, I know people who take this just as like just as part of their routine. You know what I mean? They do a very small dose every day, and like that's it. Like that's like their thing. So like I guess benefits outweigh you saying you were doing 3 times a day. They said they had to do some people for when they use it.
Yeah, the RSO, it was three times for my friend. It was 3 times a day. Every day for 90 days. And if you don't, if you're not, he did that when he was doing his radiation. and that was it for him. They had given him like a 3 months to live, and like this is your only option. Either try this or you have 3 months to live. It was bad. The tumor was like a grapefruit size, they said, and it shrunk down in 90 days because of those suppositories that he used. And so I think there's so many ways to ingest it. That's one way if you have prostate cancer, but usually it's administered on the tip of your finger. You just eat it right in your mouth. You can put it on a gummy bear. You can put it on a cracker with peanut butter. Just get it down because it tastes awful. But it works.
A lot of people are in the chat saying, "Oh, yeah, it's expensive." Of course, it's expensive. You're talking these huge concentrations. You know, you can't expect that to be cheap. And I think that's another problem is like this medicine, that stuff. The people who need it the most shouldn't have to they should be charging up the ass. Like it's something like that. That's like
I agree.
Lives.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Shouldn't be that expensive.
I'm telling you, there are sources out there that are cultivating and administering this because they care.
Well, those are the people you guys got to look out for. Make sure if you're trying this, you're doing your research, and also hit up Emily. And I'm sure you'd be glad to answer people's questions if they reached out to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So, should we smoke a little bit?
Yeah, can we?
Yes, please. Yeah. Let's do it.
I forget we're not on, live camera on TikTok.
No, I mean we are.
Yeah.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
I got to kind of wiggle off to the side.
You have to wiggle.
He's got to lean back.
I got to lean to the left.
Back.
Lean to the left, Scott.
I'm going to use my new bowl from my smoke gear.
Ooh, nice. We'll be giving away one of those today.
I heard that, and I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't used mine yet. It just came in the mail, so this is the first time I get to use this.
Yeah, if you guys were tuning in last week, we dropped these bowls 6 feet high onto the concrete, and those things did not even shit.
This thing is adorable.
I got one too. I got one too.
Cute. I love it.
I love it too.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, what do you got?
All right, I got some berry white right here.
Some what?
Berry white?
Ooh, berry white. Ooh. I want some berry white. I got sour diesel. I got sour diesel. Let's do this.
All right. Ooh.
Oh my God, yo, I don't know, but you guys,
yeah.
This shit been kicking my throat ass all fucking night. All night. Every fucking hit I take, I'm choking over here like a rookie. And Guy was making fun of me and shit. Even remember on the live the other night, yo? Remember the live?
Yeah.
If you ain't choking, you ain't
choking. You ain't toking.
Yes. We got to make a shirt about that.
Oh, wow.
Somebody's definitely gotta.
Shout out to everybody tuned in right now. We're live with Emily, a.k.a. Cudbudd from TikTok talking RSO and microdosing and smoking, etc. It's been a hell of a time, man. We've already had 2 guests, Scott.
Dude, that's is that unprecedented?
I mean, I think them that close together, back to back.
Those are definitely 2 of the biggest guests we've ever had on in one episode.
Overlap too.
Yeah,
overlapped. I love it. Dude, I mean, it's been a blast hanging out with you and learning about this, Emily.
Yeah.
I think what you're
Thanks for letting me talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. I think what you're doing is amazing for people. And I think the education is going to be a big part of trying to break the stigma, is educating people like you're doing. And I totally respect you for that. That's awesome.
It's coming this year. I can feel it. I've been talking about it, but I think that this administration has the right advisors on their council when it comes to marijuana. And I think that although Biden is not known to be a full supporter of marijuana, there are definitely things they're pointing towards. He has the same advisor that Obama had when it came to marijuana. So that's going to be awesome to see. I think some things get overcome.
Well, I think I'm going to keep my fingers crossed then. For sure. Yeah. That's exactly what we need, man. Exactly what we need. You know what I mean, Scott? Scott, what's your thoughts, man? If you were in a dire stitch, would you try the RSO?
I feel definitely.
You feel like you would have to after that, right? I feel like I would have to after that. not even in a dire. I literally, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I tried to get it today.
Really?
I thought I checked this. Like maybe they have it. I was gonna get some, and I would have tried it right on air.
Right.
But no, that didn't happen. That didn't end up happening. So unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on it. So maybe maybe one of these weeks we'll go ahead and we'll do that, and we'll have her back in.
So I do plan on, and I haven't been able to at the moment, but there is somebody that I do know that is disabled, and they do teach about it, and they do make it, and they would love for me to interview them. So I think I'm going to be doing some of that on my page.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'm going to try and get some more information out there for people to learn about it. Hopefully it'll help.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys check out TikTok on, oh my God, Cudbudd on TikTok. At Cudbudd, CUDBUDD. I had that right? Oh.
Got it.
Phone. We got a phone caller. We got a caller. Scott. You're live, 2B Blunt Podcast.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Who this?
Hey, it's the Great Jedi 76 from TikTok.
The Great Jedi. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? I love what y'all been doing.
Well, thank you. You've been watching the show?
Oh, yeah. I'm watching it right now. I had to lower the sound so it wouldn't have feedback.
I'm glad you did that because most people who call in just leave the speaker going in the background. It's the worst.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of everything in life, so I kind of learned that years and years ago working at a TV station.
You worked at a TV
I
station?
used to play Mr. Ed at 2 in the morning lit, man. It was funny as hell.
You say Mr. Ed?
Like the horse?
I did Twilight Zone on the local CBS station. I did the Twilight Zone after midnight, Andy Griffith, Mr. Ed, all kinds of crazy shit.
Wow.
I was actually getting ratings at 4 o'clock in the morning at one point, and people couldn't figure out why. My bosses figured out what was going on and was like, hey, you want to be promoted? And then they gave me a drug test, and they didn't fire me, but they didn't make me quit. They were like, it's inconclusive. You got to go somewhere.
What?
They were tripped out because they couldn't get a positive on me. I just left and was like, I was already smoking and doing all that. I was like, fuck these people. And it just went that way, man.
Great Jedi.
I mean, I enjoy y'all's TikToks, though. I want to let y'all know that. I enjoy y'all's TikToks very much. I had a point about a week ago where I had a real bad point. I got off all social media, and I got back on TikTok, and y'all's 2 videos were 2 of the first I saw, and it cheered me up. So thank y'all.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate it.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it. Y'all know.
We appreciate that,
You know.
man. Thank you. That's awesome, man. I got to ask you, Great Jedi.
I'm smoking some train wreck.
So train
I'm
wreck?
smoking some train wreck right now.
Great Jedi, where are you from, bro?
I'm from Georgia. I'm from Harris County, Georgia.
Harris County, Georgia. That's right.
Ah,
I was trying to
Really?
love
pinpoint
the
the
accent.
accent.
Originally, I'm from Columbus, Georgia, but I moved out to the county just to get away from folks because people get pissing me off in my neighborhood.
Scott, where's Big Boss Man from?
Cobb County.
Cobb County.
No kidding? Yeah, I actually knew Ray Traylor. Back in the day,
Shit.
my granddaddy, I knew Ray Traylor. My granddaddy was involved with the local wrestling promoter in Columbus that ran the events for Columbus. My cousin on my dad's side was a music promoter and shit, still is. And he got all the acts to come in, so they ended up, I met a lot of people through life because of that. So it's like, Ray Traylor was one of the coolest people I ever met. Big Boss Man, he was a real cool dude.
Wow.
He was really nice, too.
Dude,
You know, I met a lot of folks, man. You'd be surprised. Dude, I played with Metallica live
shut the
back in the
fuck up.
90s.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God. I was 97 at the Omni in Atlanta.
The Omni.
And I can tell you
the
what
Omni.
happened and everything, how it ended up happening. It was fun. It was the craziest thing I've ever done in my entire life. I was at the show waiting to go see them. There was a whole bunch of folks there. It was the last day the Omni was going to be open in Atlanta, Georgia. I went with some friends. We had backstage passes and shit because we were members of the Metallica Club. Well, we go there and Corrosion of Conformity's opening for him. Pepper Canyon was strung out as fuck at that show. That dude couldn't get through one song. I told him, I said, motherfucker, you pay me, I'll get through it. And he just looked at me and he walks off of the damn stage after they did their set and people were booing. Metallica comes out and they talked about they had done something earlier. James couldn't play. Hetfield couldn't play because he had been burned or something. It had happened a while back, but he was having problems with it. He could sing, but he couldn't play. And I had a background in guitar, man. I've been playing since I was 11. I don't play anymore. I had a car accident, long story, but anyways,
so you
they tested out a whole bunch of us out in the crowd. They started asking folks, does anybody local know how to play guitar and is really good? Do y'all know any of our music? And like 40, 50 guys in the audience, including me, was raising our hands.
No way.
And they grabbed a whole bunch of us. Yeah, they grabbed all of us. This was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This was before the show even started. We go back, a bunch of us, and they just have us start doing whatever at first, shredding, doing whatever. And I'm like, y'all actually want me to do this for y'all? They're like, oh, if you want to play something that you know you can do whatever. I just started going off. And the next thing I was playing Cemetery Gates by Dan Pantera.
Yep.
And it blew Kirk Hammett's mind. He said, damn. He said, hey, keep this guy to the side. So I was wearing an airbrush shirt that a local company in Columbus made for the show for me. I ended up giving it to them. They still got it. And damn, it was a theme shirt. Their previous bassist, Cliff Burton, who had died.
Yep. I remember Cliff.
Yeah. Well, I had an airbrush shirt in memorial to him that I had made for them. That was everything. My friend's really good at this, and he owns a head shop and shit. Cool as fuck. But he does a lot of artwork and shit. He's very well known. And he did one of the cover albums for Def Leppard. The guy I know. Well, anyway, damn. Next thing I know, they weeding us down. By 6 o'clock, the show was about to start. The whole thing. By about 6 o'clock, they had weeded down to 10 of us. I was one of 10. And
you got
I'm not going to lie. I was like, it's nuts. And
well, yeah.
I'm standing there with these other 9 guys, and I'm going to tell you something. I was lit as fuck. I was high off my fucking weed that I'd fucking grown and created and shit. I was high as fuck at the time. At that point, I probably couldn't have told you my name, but I could have told you anything else in the universe but that. But they ended up getting them to play a whole bunch more shit, some of their older shit, lesser known stuff. And it was between me and this other guy. It came down to us two.
And you got picked.
And they looked at me and they said, we want you to play this, and this right now. And they didn't even want you thinking about it. They just wanted you to do it. And I did it. It was just like, I had a background music from school and stuff. So it's like, I knew how to do that kind of thing. This other guy didn't. He just was like, he had learned mostly on his own and had never had any real training in music.
Yeah. So
I felt kind of bad because he was naturally talented. This guy that I was going against was naturally talented. He was very good.
Not as talented as you were.
Well, you got to understand something, man. I've had a really long history with a lot of strange shit. I've been in government experiments, fucking all kinds of crazy shit in my life.
You might have to be a weekly call.
We might have to do a full segment with this guy.
I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't going to go into all of it. I will do a podcast with you and tell you some crazy shit. And I'm telling you, it's all happening.
Okay.
Let's get this guy out of here.
This might have to be a recurring
thing. One day.
I just want to listen to him talk.
I mean, I'm 44 years old. I'm 44 years old, and I've seen and done a lot of shit in life. You know, it just happened that way.
Oh,
it's just happened that way. I mean, I can't say I've been homeless. I've been a millionaire. I've been everything in between, man. I mean, I've done a lot of shit in life, and it just. You know,
I want to know more.
People say, do you got any regrets? And I say, hell no. If I had to do it again, I'd do it the same way probably. And not all of it ended up good. Hey, it was what it was. But I mean, it's been fun. I mean, why not?
Why? I hear you, man, dude. You gotta give me a DM, bro. We gotta get you
We'll
in
be
here. We gotta.
hit me up on TikTok or whatever.
All right,
I'm on everything.
all right. I'm gonna find you, and we gotta set something up, bro. I gotta hear more of these stories.
Yeah, my man's got stories for days.
Holy shit!
I've got a lot of different ones, man. I'm telling you. Some of the stuff you're gonna hear about, like drug experiments when I was a kid and all that shit.
You guys, put in the comments. Let us know if you want to see this guy on the show.
Story time with the great Jedi.
My real name is Mike, but I got a million nicknames, so you might have heard of me years ago and not known it. I've got like a lot of nicknames and shit.
Well, I'm sure you're not the only one.
I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all take care. Stay blown, stay lit, and get drifted.
All right, brother.
Wow.
Y'all take care.
You
Bye.
too.
Take it easy, man.
That was unprecedented.
It did. It went out until really in left field, but yeah, it was great.
So, my bad, Cudbudd.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just like that's. I don't.
You can take my place.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that just happened. That was incredible, fucking incredible, dude. I don't know where that came from, but that was great. How did
That
we
was
talk
so
about
awesome.
Boss Man and Metallica? Like, what just happened?
He said he was from Georgia, and he said originally he was from Columbus, and you looked at me and you said, "Where's Boss Man from?" And then that's I don't know, that was like a ripple effect or something.
Dude.
Guy opened for Metallica, played with Metallica. Is that right? Wow.
Dude, the people are down. They want to hear the Jedi Sesh.
Yeah, the Jedi Sesh.
The Jedi Sesh. That's actually a good name for the next episode we do with them.
Anyway, let's get
maybe
back
not
to
as good as
Cudbudd.
Microdosin with Cudbudd, which is also an epic name too. Cudbudd, listen, before we let you go, I want to give you a chance. You want to promote your social media page, any shout outs, anything like that?
I mean, honestly, I just I thank everybody for being there and watching me and learning. And I'm on TikTok at Cudbudd, and I just appreciate it. The open conversations that we're all having with each other about educating each other. When I see a video blow up and there's a lot of questions asked, I see a lot of answers happening in there that are really knowledgeable, and people just there to help each other out. And that's what I like to see. That's what I think it's all about. So just thanks for being here.
Well, we appreciate you. Cudbudd.
Appreciate you
Have
too.
yourself a good night. I might be able to get one of those cheesy peasy gordita crunches tonight.
Oh, yes. It's on my list to try.
All right, homie. Have a good
Might be the
one.
night. You too. Thank you.
To Be Blunt brought to you by Fast Track Cannabis Clinics of America. We'll be right back.
While you wash your hands, we'll drop another banger.
This music is lit.
To Be Blunt Podcast.
That's right. We're back. Holy shit. Dude, that was crazy, man. Crazy, Scott.
Wild.
To Be Blunt, we are live. Big Potato said she was going to call if she got anxiety. Hey, listen, if you don't if you don't feel comfortable calling, reach out to Cudbudd personally and send her a DM, and I'm sure she'll answer any questions you guys got. Great guest.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had two amazing guests today. I feel like the pressure's off, Scott, finally. You know? Like I literally do. I forgot what I was fucking doing now.
Well, we did our two guests, our two main event guests.
We did our two main event guests, and we still haven't given away any prizes.
Oh God, you mean the night's not over?
We haven't given away any prizes yet, which I'm surprised about. Because nobody has called in
except for the Gray Jedi. Maybe he'll call back
to play the pop quiz game for a chance to win a smoker supply box from King Palm, filled with trays, blunts, joints,
wraps, right?
Wraps, all kinds of shit. Easy, can I use Google? I don't know. Google for what? You guys don't know the number. It's 860-384-7110. I put it in the chat for TikTok for anybody who's watching on that end. But yeah, Scott, the it's over, man. It's over. I'm glad because I felt like it was a lot of pressure. I've never had to do two guests, bro.
And not just any regular guest.
No, of course, it freaking Ngaio again.
Yeah.
Who's a fucking man. And, of course, fucking Cudbudd educating everybody about microdosin and RSO and all kinds of shit. Shout out, Gippy Turtle. I see you. Yes, phone lines are still open. And we're also, I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat, Scott, the link to be on the show.
But let me tell you,
because we're going to, hold on. What we're going to do here is we're going to play Words with Weed. If you think you have a chance to win a silicone pipe from mysmokegear.com.
Just like the one Cudbudd was
Just like the one Cudbudd was using.
Dude, that was dope. That one looked real nice.
Exactly. This is your chance. If you want to be on the show and play the game, you just need a little bit of weed and to click that link, and you could be on To Be Blunt for a chance to win a brand new bowl to use. Wow. Scott, as you know, man, we've been spilling fucking tea all week too, man.
You started at the beginning of the show. You were legit spilling. I don't know if it was tea, but you were spilling. You're like, we're live. Oh, everything.
No.
Like, if you guys saw it, if you were here with us from the beginning, it was liquid all over the keyboard. I didn't even bother for opening introductions. I took the headset off, went upstairs, grabbed a bunch of paper towels,
Basically, you saved the day.
I mean, I tried.
You saved the fucking day, bro. You are a superhero. You're like the next Marvel guy.
I'm like the big boss, man.
I know. PC spilling tea. What else is new? It's exactly right. What else is new? We just put the link out for you guys to join the show if you want to try to win a prize. We're playing Words with Weed. Possibly. It depends. It all depends.
That's a classic. I feel like we haven't played it in a while. At least a month.
It's been, yeah, it definitely been 2020. It was the last time we did that.
Yep. That sounds about right.
But
2020.
We did spill a lot of other tea this week, man. I mean, I don't know if you've been following, Scott, but the tea has been hot since Monday morning or Monday evening. Every night I've gone live this week spilling tea.
Really? Bro, I'm not going to lie. I've been missing out.
What?
Yeah, I've been working fucking hard. Dude, you thought I was going to be late here tonight because I was stuck at work. I came straight from work.
I'm in my work clothes. By the way. Dude, I meant to ask you. Like, you said you had to drive an associate to the hospital.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I got to drive an employee to the hospital.
What do you mean you got to drive an employee to the hospital? What the fuck is that?
So, first of all.
Tell me, please. Let me hear this story.
I'm just going to say it out there. Okay. So, people, we all know how to fucking use the ladder, right?
I mean, some people, I would hope. Yeah, I know. Dude, I've been on a ladder all week, bro, at work.
I watched the video. Yeah. She missed a step off the ladder, so she fell. Now,
wait a second. So she got hurt, and then you checked the footage?
So I did check the footage. I'm AP, I got access to the
You got access to the secret Walmart footage, bro?
So I checked it out, and yep, she totally missed her step. stepping backwards, just missed the step, boom, went down. I will say though, like, you know, we're talking about it. She is okay. She was able to protect her head, and all her weight though went down on her right wrist.
Oh yeah.
So her pain is in her right wrist and kind of like on her right arm or forearm.
Okay,
that
but
area.
she's gonna survive, right?
She'll be fine. She'll
Okay.
be fine. She'll be fine.
So what the hell happened?
But
So you said you're gonna bring
it's
her
like
to the hospital.
I can't just like leave and be like, oh, yeah, sorry about your wrist. Got to go do my podcast. Like, you know, I got to have some sort of compassion.
Oh
right?
my God. I can see them coming up to you, bro, and being like, dude, fuck, what the fuck was I going to say now? I can see this be like, oh, I can't talk right now. I'm doing podcast shit.
I got to go do a podcast about
I'm doing
weed.
podcast
Get
shit.
out of here. Anyway, feel better.
I can't talk right now. I'm doing podcast shit.
We'll hook you up with some RSO or something, right? Like, anyway.
Right. So what ended up happening then? So you're saying you didn't have to bring her?
So here's the thing. This literally, we all know we go live at 6:00.
Right.
And this happened
4:30,
just before 4. Just before 4, and I'm worried I'm gonna have to take her to the like the local urgent care, whatever that
the ER
my company. Well, not the ER, but the one that my company.
Oh, like
pays
a walk-in
for.
clinic.
Yeah, like that. So, sure enough, they close at 5. So they tell us, like, first you talk to a nurse over the phone, and the nurse like will accept the audio diagnosis,
right,
and then we'll decide what she needs to do, if she needs to go somewhere or if she just needs to like just rest it, whatever. So we go to the nurse ends up saying you got to go to the urgent care.
Right.
So she's like, but call them first, let them know you're on their way because they close at 5. It's like it's just after 4:00.
Okay.
So I call them and I tell them, hey, reference number, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be on our way so you can check her out. And they're like, oh, our x-ray specialist is not here right now. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow morning at 8:00. So pretty much that's what's going to happen is 8:00 tomorrow morning. She's going to go. But if she is in enough pain, yes, she will go to an ER. We're not going to let her wait out, whatever.
Well, thank God because you would have, who knows how late you would end up being if that was the case.
We'll see.
I would have been by myself. 2 People podcast. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Pete, it's Pretty Dippity.
Yo, what's going on?
Not much. I just have a little bit of tea for you.
Oh, wait a second.
420 community.
Are we doing tea right now?
We spilling it?
We spilling the tea right now?
Just a little bit of piping hot tea.
Piping hot. Okay. I like it when it's piping. It's the only time we like it is when it's piping hot.
And it's a little bit of a kind of maybe a surprise to the 420 community because the videos that were posted were taken down before many people saw.
Really?
Yep. And I have no idea why the original video was taken down because I do edit it and the original video was taken down. So let's get into the tea then. This has to do with Stoner Mom of TikTok.
Oh, boy.
So we all know about the feud about her and Cheyenne and everything. And so I guess that whole lawyer thing that she threw at Cheyenne never really went through. So I guess Cheyenne did a little bit of digging herself, and she actually found some court case that actually convicted 420 Stoner Mom of TikTok as a felon that involved a minor. And this was recent, back in 2020, October, November of last year.
What? No, no. Are you serious?
And there is proof. It's public record. You can go and look it up.
Damn, Scott. Is that getting hot in here?
There's some tea spilling right now.
I know.
And it's piping hot.
It's burning. Holy shit. Wow. So, and there's receipts for this?
There were, and that's what got taken down. And you can it's public record. Like, she posted the docket number and everything. You can go and look up her name as Candace. I forget her last name, but it's a picture that she posted and everything. There's an article about it. There's you can actually look up her name with the docket number and everything.
Wow,
I have the video and everything that I can give to you.
That's piping hot. Piping hot. It just the tea doesn't stop, Scott.
Apparently not.
The tea doesn't. It's like that. It's like a never-ending kettle of goods. Rippity Dippity, definitely send me the info you have in the receipts. I'm interested. This is the big breaking news.
I most definitely will.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Are we gonna? Is there more tea before I take another hit?
No, that is the tea that I have.
I mean,
tea of the week.
Tea of the week, yo. That's the tea of the week right there. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with me and the listeners. I'm definitely going to have to check that out, Scott. The tea has been released. Man. Let's take a hit real quick.
Hell yeah, man. I'm down.
Let's do it. I'm ready when you're ready.
Wow.
The torch.
I'm looking at the comments. Baked Potato says she's got tea to add to that.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You said tea to add to that?
That's what Baked 420 Potato said.
Hell yeah, please. I'm going to pass this to 420 Baked Potato because I bet you she's got more.
All right. Thank you.
Hell yeah, PZ. Have a good night.
You too.
Canada Queen DGO 420 says, yeah, the felony case. I don't know what's going on, but there's shit going down, I guess.
Yo, Scott. No. Now you're seeing the tea come to life. Oh, man. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
You know what? I think we need to leave our shows with like a cliffhanger, though, somehow. Tune in next week to find more tea. We might have to... We'll take the caller, but we might have to still end on a cliffhanger. I don't know.
You're live with Peasy and Scott. What's up?
For TV time remaining.
Hey, Peasy, it's Potato. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Potato? Yo, I just want to say shout out, though. I seen you commenting on the TikTok. I see you commenting in our StreamYard. I want to say off of YouTube. Maybe it was Facebook.
Yeah, of course.
It was YouTube. All right. So shout out to you, yo. You're all over it. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, basically what I have to add to that is call me FBI Junior because I did some searching last night on TikTok and I don't know if anybody else knows this, but I'm a recovering addict off of methamphetamines, okay? I'm not ashamed. I'm clean now. I got my shit together. So I know all the signs of that, and I talked to someone that said that she has a use of previous drug use and that she never got proper help. I was doing some investigating, and if you see how small she was in November, how big she was in November, and then till now, she lost a lot of weight pretty fast. So I did some digging, and I went to the date that is on that felony report on Google, and the day that happened, she posted some weird TikTok. I have the screen recording of it, and it was about losing your mind and something going in through your veins or some shit. And then she commented back to all the TikToks the day after when she got bonded out of jail and saying just playing stupid, nothing ever happened.
Wow. Oh my God.
Damn. I'm looking at a comment right now from Schnooks, and she says, I feel like this tea is gonna spill forever. And she says, I'm here for it.
It's crazy. Craziness. Well, thank you, Baked Potato, for giving us even more dirt. The tea don't stop.
Yep, I got you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Baked Potato. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Damn, Scott.
We're rolling the fattest bloods. It's To Be Blunt with Peasy.
Damn, Scott.
Yo, Peasy, I missed last week's show. I missed 1 week.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm light years behind right now in what's going on in the To Be Blunt community.
Oh my God!
So we're ending credits.
What?
We're rolling credits.
I know. I don't know what to do.
And we're calling.
They're still calling. What do you do? To Be Blunt, you're live.
What up, PZ? Mel Scott 82.
Yo, what up,
Scott? What up?
What up, man? The tea is hot tonight, bro. I burnt my lip on that shit.
Yo, the tea's super hot.
Hell yeah. You know, talking about that stoner mom or TikTok or whatever, that bitch is a cuckoo bird, okay? That bitch done made cuckoo bird. That bitch done lost her shit, okay? She is ate the fuck up, this woman, okay?
Wow.
This woman done made like 6 fucking TikToks. I done blocked, bro.
6 different accounts you
That
blocked?
people done that 6 different fucking accounts. That one, that new one I found out about today, that underscore or I underscore love underscore Mary J. That was her new one that I just had to block today. So
damn.
If this bitch is a cuckoo bird, like, dude,
it's a cuckoo bird.
Give it up, bro. You're a fucking roach, bitch. You done went from being a rat down to the roaches, bitch. That's the lowest motherfucking form.
The rat
you
down
a
to the
roach
roaches.
Wow.
Like, you done downgraded to a roach. Like, that's crazy.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That shit's crazy.
That's nuts.
That
and you
is
know,
good.
I did a duet. I did a duet with Legit Midget today, and it got 2 likes, and it got shut the fuck down. So I'm thinking maybe she's got another one out there floating somewhere, another account that I'm gonna have to block again. So I mean, I don't know. This lady done lost her shit. She need to get a job or something.
Yup, you got that right.
She need to get a day job, or obviously TikTok's her life.
Obviously.
I mean, come on, TikTok's her life. Like, you bitches get out there. It's a fucking app. It's a fucking app. Calm down, killer. Obviously, you ain't smoking on the good shit. Obviously, you ain't smoking on good shit because you still stressing the fuck out.
Oh, shit. The tea spills.
You know, like, shit. So if anybody out there that's listening that knows about this bitch and her other new account, please message me, let me know so I can block another one.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
And there goes another one.
Oh, shit.
And there goes another one. Another one bites the dust.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you calling in, homie.
No problem, PZ. Say hi. Peace.
Oh, Scott.
Wow. I appreciate all our callers, man.
I know. Follow us on all platforms, though, obviously, at 2B Blunt Podcast with the number 2. So, what were you saying? Appreciate the callers?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I love them, man.
Yeah. That was a good one for calls today. Make sure you guys check us out next week. Well, I'm trying to get the Great Jedi in, do a session with this guy. I got to hear these stories.
Yeah, dude, we got story time with the Jedi. We got to do it.
We'll see you next week. Same weed time. Same weed channel.